Hello everybody, welcome to Yoga for Self-Love with Kim. I'm Kim. This will be a short, gentle practice. We'll bring in some water elements and make it a little bit flowy today. So bring yourself to your mat. You may want to sit up on something. I'm sitting on a blanket, so feel free to do the same, or sit up on a block or bolster. Find a neutral pelvis and a nice upright alignment of your spine. You can have the shins crossed, one heel in front of the other, legs extended out in front of you, or legs wide, or you can sit up on the heels, bend the knees. So take whatever seat feels good for you right now. Take a moment to make any adjustments, get any fidgets out. And then when you feel ready, for a moment, find a little stillness. If it feels okay for you, close your eyes or just find a soft and steady gaze. And allow yourself to land. Letting go of your day. Put down your to-do list. You can deal with all that stuff later. Taking these next 15-20 minutes or so just for you, yourself, and your yoga practice. Being with yourself, body, mind, breath, and spirit. Take a moment to check in and notice how you're feeling today. Letting go of any judgment, just being curious about it. Noticing any sensations in your body. Any thoughts running through your mind? Any feelings, emotions you may be wrestling with? And notice your energy level. Just taking stock of what is happening for you today. I invite you to bring in the intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, and compassionate with yourself as you move through this practice. And if you like, to bring that intention off of the mat and out into the world with you. Allow the corners of your mouth to turn up into a smile. Allow that smile to permeate through your whole body as if all your cells were smiling too. Begin to check in with your breath. Noticing how your breath feels. Beginning to take nice, deep, smooth, and steady breaths in through the nose and out through the nose, or in through the nose and out through the mouth. Filling up your whole torso with your inhalations, drawing the breath in through the nose, down to the pelvic floor, filling up the whole abdomen all the way around, filling up the whole rib cage all the way around, front to back, side to sides, drawing the breath all the way up to the collarbones. And as you exhale, releasing the breath, allowing everything to relax back in towards center. Inhale as you draw the breath in, expand. And as you exhale, you release, relax. And then begin to flutter the eyes open. We'll begin to slowly start moving our way through the body. Gently rocking the body from side to side. And then we'll roll the torso around towards one side and then forward. Rolling the torso around to the other side and then back, and then continuing to circle yourself around. Finding your rhythm, your pace, feeling free to slow down, stop anywhere. If you find any sticky spaces that need a little bit of extra breath, love, or TLC. And then as you're ready, switch the direction of your circles. And then bring yourself back up to center. Take the right fingers down underneath that right shoulder. Or reach the left arm up along the ear. Reaching the crown of the head up towards the ceiling, wiggling sides of the body long. And then gently begin to fold yourself over towards the right side, rooting down through the left sitting bones. And reaching out through the left fingers. And then we'll sweep the left arm round in front of the body and over towards the left side. Drop the left fingers down. We'll sweep that right arm in front of the body, over towards the left side, and then begin to roll your heart up towards the ceiling. And then we'll sweep right arm back in front of the body, right fingers land over on the right side of the mat. We'll sweep that left arm over in front of the body, and then lift the heart, lift the gaze. And then left arm sweeps back in front of the body, lands over to the left side. Right arm sweeps in front of the body as you roll the heart up and open. And then right arm sweeps back over to the right side. Continuing this motion with the arms as you allow yourself to flow side to side. The next time you land the left fingers over to the left side, we'll just reach that right arm up along the ear and gently fold yourself over to the left. And then back up to center you come. Let's take it over onto the hands and knees, coming into a table position. If you like, you could tuck a blanket under the knees for a little bit of extra padding. Wrists lining up under the shoulders, knees lining up under the hips. Spreading the fingers nice and wide and rooting down through your finger pads. Gently rock your hips from side to side. And then bring yourself to center, and we'll roll through a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhaling as you tip your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Allow the belly to soften. Draw the heart forward through the arms and lift your gaze. And then as you exhale, root down into the hands. Begin to round the back up towards the ceiling. Chin draws in towards the chest as you look towards the navel. And then a few more times following your breath. Inhaling as you find your way back into your cow. Tailbone tilting up, heart lifting. Exhale as you round your spine up towards the ceiling, pressing down through the hands. Look towards the navel, and then a few more times as you roll it back and forth. Come back into your table, keeping hips where they are, lined up over the knees. Begin to walk your hands forward. Come up onto your finger pads and allow the heart to melt down towards the mat. Maybe you release your forehead down to the mat, or you could tuck a block underneath the forehead also. And then walk hands back in, coming back into your table, and then we'll find our way down onto the belly. Take your fingers out to the sides of the mat, elbows up towards the ceiling. Come up onto your finger pads, root down into the finger pads, the pubic bone, the tops of the feet, the toes, and then begin to peel your heart up off of the mat for baby cobra. And then release yourself down. And then again, peel the heart up. Maybe you press into finger pads and lift the heart a little bit higher. And then release yourself down. Again, press into the fingers, into the toes, lift it up for baby cobra, or lift the heart a little bit higher, full cobra, and lower yourself back down. And then again, press into the finger pads, lift yourself up. Release yourself down. Let's take hands back under the shoulders. Press yourself back into child's pose. Bum comes back to the heels. And then we'll reach the hands forward. Keep the feet tucking in towards your bum. Begin to roll yourself forward and lower the pelvis down towards the mat. Still hugging the feet in towards your bum. So coming into a little cobra flow this way. And keep a bigger little bend in the elbows. We'll press into the hands. Send your bum back to your heels, back into your child's pose, arms extended out in front of you, and then we'll take it forward again, feet drawing in towards the bum, lowering the pelvis down towards the mat, heart lifted, and then pull yourself back into your child's pose again, and then one more time we bring it forward. Feet hugging in towards the bum as you release the pelvis down towards the mat, heart lifts, and then pull yourself back. One more time, child's pose. Take it back into our table. And from here, let's find our way into a downward dog. Tuck the toes under, press into the hands, glide your hips up and back, keeping a bigger little bend in the knees, and begin to find some movement here, pedaling legs, bending, straightening knees. And then roll up onto balls of your feet and then press the heels towards the mat. Again, roll it up, balls of feet, press heels towards the mat. One more time, roll up balls of feet, press heels towards the mat, and then slowly walk yourself up to the top of your mat. Lift your belly up off of your thighs, soften the knees, and then hinge from your hips, folding yourself in, ragdoll forward fold. Bring fingers to the mat or grab your elbows. Shake or nod your head. Rock hips side to side. Maybe sway the arms from side to side. And then bring yourself to center. Grab a hold of the elbows if you don't have a hold of them already. Keep the knees really soft here, so you could put a big bend in the knees here. And then we'll begin to sweep the arms over towards the left as you press into the feet. And begin to lift yourself up to stand, and then reach the arms up overhead. You come through center, soften the knees, sweep the arms over towards your right side as you bring yourself back down into your forward fold. Then a few more times, circling the arms around to the left, up and over to the right, bending the knees as you come back down, back through center. Couple more times. And then bring yourself to center, and we'll switch it over to the other direction. So knees bent, lift the arms up to the right, up over the head. You come through center and then soften the knees. Fold yourself down over to the left, arms come to the left, and then back to center. Up to the right and over. Down to the left, and then back to center. And just a few more times, you circle the arms around in this direction. And then back up you come. Reach the hands in front of you, interlace palms, flip the palms so they're facing outward, and then reach the arms up overhead, rooting down through the feet, the legs, reaching tall through the crown, through the hands, and then flip the palms back. Hands come down to heart. Now interlace fingers around at your low back, elbows bent. And keep a generous bend in the elbows, or maybe begin to bring the arms a little bit straighter. Pull the hands off the back. Keep a little bit of softness in the elbows so you're not locking out through the arms. And then release. And we'll step right foot back, a leg's length or so. We'll bend that left knee, coming into a warrior one, knee tracking over the front ankle, pressing down through that back heel. Rib cage facing up towards top of the mat. Reach the arms up. Interlace fingers at the low back again, elbows bent, or you bring the arms a little bit straighter. Release the hands, reach the arms up, sink a little deeper into that front knee, and then release the arms down and step yourself back up. Switch it to the other side. Now we'll step that left foot back, finding our warrior one on this side. Bend that right knee. Press down through that back foot, rib cage rotating towards top of the mat, arms reach up. And then fingers interlace at the low back, elbows bent or arms a little bit straighter. Release the hands, arms come back up. And you release the arms down, step yourself back up. Let's step it back again. Right foot steps back, bend that left knee, arms reach up. Interlace fingers at the low back. Elbows bent or arms a little bit straighter. We'll begin to fold it forward, bringing the torso towards that front leg. Either hands can rest at that low back, or you peel the arms up overhead. Keep rooting down through the feet. Rolling that left sitting bone underneath you. Press into your feet, lift yourself all the way up. Bend that front knee. Lift the heart, lift the gaze, and then we'll fold it forward again. Hands stay at low back or peel up off of the back. Press into the feet, lift it up, sink that front knee back to your warrior one. Once more, we'll fold it in. Hands reaching up and over, we're staying at that low back. Press into the feet, lift yourself up. Bend that front knee, reach the arms up. Release hands down, step yourself back up, and then let's switch it to the other side again. Left foot steps back. Let's find that warrior one. Bend that right knee, press down through the feet, facing up towards top of the mat, arms reaching up. Hands interlace at the low back, elbows bend or arms a little bit straighter. And then we fold it in. Torso comes down towards that front thigh, maybe inside of it. Right sitting bone rolls underneath you. Arms stay at the low back or reach up overhead. Press into the feet, lift the heart up. Sink back into that front knee. And then let's fold it in again. Waterfall warrior, arms reaching up and over. And then lift yourself up again, sink into that front knee. One more time, we fold it in. And then lift it back up. Sink into that front knee. Release the hands, reach the arms up. Step yourself up. Palms together overhead, hands slide back down to the heart. Let's reach arms up again. Soften the knees, fold yourself in, bend your knees a lot, get your hands down onto the mat and step yourself back into downward dog. Pressing down and out through the hands, lifting up through the forearms and the armpits, heels descending down towards the mat. You may never get there, and that's totally fine. Let's lower knees down to the mat. Bring your bum back to your heels, child's pose again, and then begin to glide yourself forward, keeping the feet tucked in towards the bum. Again, we lower pelvis down towards the mat, coming into our Cobra, and then pull your bum back to the heels. And again, let's take it forward, feet drawing in towards the bum, lower the pelvis down, heart lifts. Pull yourself back, child's pose. And then last one, let's take it forward again, feet drawing in towards the bum, lower the pelvis down, and then pull yourself back in, child's pose. Come back to sit on your heels. Let's take palms together at the heart. Close your eyes, pause, and check in. How are you feeling now? Bring one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Come back to our intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, and compassionate with ourselves. And release your hands. Thank you so much for sharing this short, gentle, flowy practice with me today. Namaste.